What's up guys, it's TILLA and I'm gonna show you how you can make $200 a day, even as a beginner, trading meme coins using Axiom Pro from the ground up. This is gonna be a more in-depth tutorial on how to start and become profitable quickly. I also made an entire course for my community breaking all of this down. And I'm currently adding fire updates because the market is always changing and we have to adapt. We gotta stay on top of it. It's completely free. Link in the description if you want to get started with that. So all the best traders been trading on Axiom Pro and they've been calling it the future of trading on meme coins. And the reason why is because one, they give you back your soul for trading. It's similar to getting points back on a credit card for using a credit card. No other platform does that. Two, it has the fastest fills in the industry. I used to hate on Bullx how slow my orders would fill. So I used a platform called Nova to supplement that. Now with Axiom, you don't need any of that. It has what's called Insta Trade features, so it's faster than any other bot. Three, this is the only platform that shows you advanced token insights in real time, such as bundled holdings, Twitter reuses, and the accuracy is amazing. And lastly, they have more advanced wallet tracking and Twitter tracking already in the platform. And a bonus, they're backed by Y Combinator. These are the people that are behind some of the biggest companies in crypto, like Coinbase and OpenSea. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so Axiom is still in early access. Click the link in the description. It's gonna give you access to sign up. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and click sign up and you're gonna log in with Phantom. Now, once you log in with Phantom, it's gonna give you your private keys. First thing you wanna do is back up the recovery keys into your Phantom. So you do that by going to Phantom, go to add account, import recovery phrase, and you'll be able to paste that whole phrase and import the whole wallet. So now you'll have access to your Axiom trades and manage your wallet, etc., straight from your Phantom app. And you want to make sure this is on your mobile as well. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to do is deposit some Solana into your wallet. So you can send funds over to the wallet and you can also buy straight from Axiom. So if you click deposit and you go to buy, they're partnered with Coinbase. So you can go ahead and log into your Coinbase and just buy Solana straight from there. And you'll be able to deposit that with the wallet address that you see here. So now the first thing on Axiom Pro is if you click on the home page, it'll take you to Discover. The Discover page is going to show you coins that are trending on Dex Screener. So right now I have it for the past hour that's been trending. And you see Dave Trencher, market cap 3 million, a lot of volume in this. Okay, so you could be able to find high volume trades and you can kind of see what's already running on Dex Screener, and you can configure it from the 5-minute, hour, 6-hour, 24-hour, and you could set up different filters as you please. This is a good scanning tool to see what's running, what has volume, maybe the runner of the day, things of that nature. Now, if you want to find coins early, 10x's, 50x's, 100x's, you're going to go over to Pulse. Now, Pulse has 3 divisions: new pairs, final stretch, and migrated. The only difference between new pairs and migrated is new pairs are coming straight from Pump Fund. There are thousands of new tokens getting created every single day. Most of those are going straight to zero. Now, when coins migrate, they're migrating into a liquidity pool, which turns it into something that can become bigger later on. So what that means is once it's migrating, it can actually become a real ticker. People will find it on decentralized exchanges. People will see it on Dex Screener. Now, when it's still in new pairs or final stretch, it hasn't really completed the test yet, right? It's still in a beta phase. So you won't see those in Discover. You won't see those on Dex Screener or on any major decentralized exchange. It's still just in beta phase. So if you're able to find coins in beta phase or just migrated before it's trending on Discover, that's how we find the biggest coins. That's how we find those 10x's, 100x's, and that's how we get in early. Now, we do that by what's called trenching or scanning. We scan in the trenches. Now, when you're scanning on new pairs, one thing that I'll show you guys is the filters that I use. So I'll go ahead and take off Radium. I'll keep it only on pump. And then I'll go to metrics. And then for market cap, on minimum market cap, I'll put 9,000. And then I'll apply that. Now, this will weed out a lot of those coins that don't even make it to 9,000. They go straight to zero. Now, even at that, it's still got a long way to go before migrated. And I'm going to show you how to scan and see what has more or less potential to get there. Now, final stretch, you're going to go ahead and click pump as well. And then for the maximum age, you're going to put 45, right? 45 minutes. And this is going to weed out all the farmy tokens. Some people make coins and they're bundled scams. And what they do is they target aspiring traders to dump on them later. So that's going to kind of weed that out for you guys. Now in migrated, the only thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to metrics and you go to minimum market cap. You're going to put 60,000. And this is going to show you coins that migrated and they're holding that level of over 60,000. They didn't just migrate and dump straight to zero. Now, if you go over to any ticker, you can see here, for example, it gives you all these analytics in real time. All of these are in the green. That kind of indicates that that's a safe ticker for the most part. There's a little bit more research that we're going to go over, but you see it when it's in the green versus when it's in the red. Now, just because something is in the red doesn't necessarily mean that it's a no-go. You got to understand some of these might be red and still be able to migrate and still have a lot of momentum. And later on, as the coin matures, a lot of those analytics will start to even out. Top 10 holders in this one is 13%. That's really good. This shows dev holding. Dev already sold. Now, usually, unless it's a project where the dev needs to be involved, it doesn't matter if the dev sold. That only matters in the sense where the dev actually needs to be involved and they're a part of the project. Something like this, Romeo with Juliet, is just a cute little Valentine's Day type of narrative. It doesn't need a dev. Over here, you see the snipers holding 0%. That's a really good sign. Those are just people who buy into the project at the very start in order to dump on the traders later. Then you have insiders holding. These are people who have supply, but they didn't buy supply. And that's not a good sign. If a bunch of people had supply that they didn't buy, they're just dump on the chart and mess it up. And then here we have bundled holdings. So here you see bundled holdings only 2%. Now what a bundled holding is just somebody that bundled their supply with a bunch of different wallets so that it looks like even distribution, but it's really not. They're planning on dumping on the chart later. So when you see really big bundles like this, like 72%, that's one person controlling so much of the supply and they're going to dump on you later. So when this is all in the green, that's really good distribution. Those are really good analytics. Now, that's not to say that it's a red flag every single time. Sometimes there might be, let's say Love, for example. It's 48% bundled, but it's running. It's at, 500,000 market cap. Usually as it's running, at some point, this bundle might sell completely. It'll get back in the green or get very lower. Now, if it's a strong narrative and it makes sense, then you can still get into that trade. Other than that, we got total holders. We got pro traders. Now, holders is different from traders because traders are people who are trading on bots like Axiom, Bullex, Nova. They're using some type of bot. They're not just trading on Solana wallet like Phantom or Soulflare or Backpack. Now, you can see the volume and the market cap of the coin here, as well as how many transactions in the coin. Now, besides that, it does show you the pump fund link. It has this magnifying glass, which takes you straight to Twitter to do some research on the contract address. So you see who's talking about this ticker. You can see if it has volume, if it's popular. Other than that, it shows you Twitter reuses. If people are reusing Twitters, Snake Master, I guess it's some type of game. This is LARP. You see a bunch of red flags down here. Insiders like crazy, bundled to hell. Now, the Twitter reuse shows you that this is somebody who's renamed their Twitter before. That's an obvious sign that this is a scam. And then also the website. You can see what the website's all about. And obviously this is LARP. This isn't a real thing. So you want to look for coins that have volume. Now, volume meaning you see holders going up, you see pro traders going up, and you see the market cap fluctuating. It'll change colors as it's fluctuating. Those are the coins that you want to do a little bit more research on. Then you check socials. You see if it's legit. You see if the narrative is real. And that's what's going to give you an indication of what's a good coin and what's a bad coin. And through scanning in the trenches, you're able to weed out 90% of all the bad bullshit. Okay, if you're trying to get early entry on trades before it's on Discover, before it's mainstream, this is where you're going to find it. And you have to scan, you have to do really good research, and you'll get better at it. At first, you're not going to be as fast. Maybe you'll be a little bit slower, but soon it's going to take you a few seconds to get through this whole thing. And it gets more and more advanced as you go through, and you guys will learn. Like I said, go through my course and you'll learn a little bit deeper, but that's the main premise of it. Okay, so now you could edit your display, how big you want the market cap to show. The buttons, you could show or hide tokens, space tables. It just gives you a little bit more space. Now, you can blacklist devs. If there's devs that constantly dump on people, constantly scam, you could just block them from your entire scanning thing. They won't even come up. You can also snipe trades. When a trade is migrating, you're not able to get into that trade when it's migrating into the Radium pool. When it's migrating and you know it's going to have a lot of momentum, you'll be one of the first transactions as soon as it migrates. Here, you can set your quick buys, and you see it here as well. You'll set how much of a quick buy you want, 1 Solana, 2 Solana, whatever it is. And if you like a coin and you want to get in and you don't really care about looking at the chart just yet, you could just go ahead and click the quick buy and it'll get you right into the trade as quick as possible. So next thing, when you open a chart, you can see the trades that people are making, any active positions that you have, any limit orders that you might have, holders that are in the trade, how much percentage that they have into the trade. You'll see their sold balance, and you'll see with that icon, that was the pro trader icon. This is somebody who's trading on a bot. You see, this is somebody oh, you saw it just went away in real time. That was bundled supply. That was somebody that was holding a bundle. And look right here. You saw them clear the bundle and just wipe everybody out. All right, bundles at 0%. When we clicked it, it wasn't at 0%. So you get a bunch of information. It shows you if they're insiders. You'll see the ghost emoji. Now you also have all the top traders. You'll see their P&L, how much they bought, how much they sold, and you can actually even open up their statistics and see their performance. Now, if you like a trader, you can add them to your wallet tracker here, which I'll get more in detail about in a bit. Now, dev tokens, you can see how many tokens that the dev'd, how many migrated, not migrated, what type of dev this is. And over here on the right side, you see kind of the same analytics that I showed you earlier. Top 10 holders, dev holdings, snipers, whether the LP is burnt. Usually on pump fund tokens is always going to be burnt. So that's good. So nobody can rug you. Zero bundles, insiders, holders, pro traders. And it even shows you if the DEX is paid, which is another really nice thing. No other bot does this. You can grab the contract address real quick and run it up. So guys, if you look here, you have the buy and sell features. Now here you can set your presets, and now when you're going to buy a trade, you just click it and you press buy. Now you can set your presets here however you want to do them. Now usually I recommend 0.02. These are usually good basic settings that you can set. I have my slippage at 100% and then 0.02, 0.02. That's usually how you want to have your settings. Now, if you're a beginner, you're trading with a small port, you do like 0.01s or like 0.005 on your buys and your sells. The default settings are pretty decent for a beginner anyway. When you're in a trade, it'll show you how much you bought, how much you sold, how much you're holding, and what your P&L is. If you're up on P&Ls on any given trade, and I'll actually show you, like for example, this is a trade I got in earlier, it ended up being LARP, so I got out at break even, but you can see the P&L generates, and you can download the image, send it to the group, show social media, show people, your trades this way. Now, besides that, you can see the 5-minute volume, 1 hour. You can change the volume that you want to see. I usually keep it on 5 minutes. You got the buys, sells, all the volume analytics over here. Now, over here, when I'm trenching, I'm usually looking at the 1 second, 15 second, 1 minute chart because things are moving so fast. I keep my candles as they are. No indicators other than volume here, really, and it comes like that. I like to look at market cap rather than price. It's a lot simpler for me, makes more sense. Now, another thing that I want to show you, this is like the Nova killer right here. This is what crushed the game for these guys is they have Insta Trade. Okay, now these are the super fast fills because you don't have to click twice. You just 1 click buy and 1 click sell into any trade. Very easy, and you just fix your settings. It'll be the same settings that you set here. Now, usually it's good to keep your MEV protection on. This saves you from getting MEV'd, which is those little bots that sandwich your trades. Okay, basically when you're about to get in a trade, what it'll do is you get in here, the MEV bot will come in and buy really fast, a large amount, and fill you in right before your trade up here. And then it'll dump on you really fast. So it'll eat your Solana and give you a bad entry at the same time. It sucks when those things happen, but it happens to everybody. but what you guys can do is put MEF protection on. The only thing, it can slow down your trade, so I kind of keep it off. That's a gamble, but it is smart to keep your MEF protection on. Also, when you're putting in your priority and your bribe, keep in mind, Axiom shows you down here the recommended priority fee and the recommended bribe fee down here at any given time in the market, because it does fluctuate depending on how much volume is in the market at any given moment. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. So over here, you see your socials again. Now, guys, I have a extension on my Axiom Pro that's called Focane. That gives me a few more socials. Like if I wanted to open up Dex Screener or GMGN or any other bot, it would let me. And it also fetches the Dex banner. So if I go find one for you right now, right? So this is a pretty good example. So you can see I have Focane installed and it fetches the Dex banner as soon as Dex is paid. Axiom already shows you if Dex is paid really fast. I just think it's cool to see what the banner looks like and what's going on and be able to click on Dex Screener really quick, just like that, instead of looking for it. You could go and search up Focane. It's literally just Focane Solana extension. And it's going to be the Google Chrome one. Don't click on anything else, or you don't need to download anything or anything like that. Just choose the Google Chrome one. It's this little lion looking thing. It'll fetch these things for you. So another thing, like I told you guys, Axiom pays you the more that you trade with them. You can see here, I just got 1 SOL rewards earned. It's almost like a credit card, right? With credit cards, you get paid rewards and points, and you can exchange those points for money or gifts or flights or whatever. Axiom does the same thing. The more that you're trading, the more they're going to give you back your Solana. So it's really cool. No other platform does that. So the next thing is trackers. Now, you can pull up trackers on any window that you're on just by clicking the trackers down here. Twitter tracker, wallet tracker, and you could go crazy. Now, if I go to the actual tracker page, you can see I go to wallet manager, I can add wallets, I can go to live trades, I can see what people are doing live, what they're getting into. Now with Twitter alerts, they already follow all the crypto influencers. Anybody that's anybody is already tracked on Twitter alerts, and you can see tweets in real time. If there's any event, any news, any ticker that you need to see while you're scanning, it's going to load it up and you'll see it fast. Now, what they also have is Perps, perpetual trading. You could trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana with leverage. Now, this is a little bit more risky. I'm not going to get too much into this because we're more so trading memes, but this is pretty cool because this is backed by Hyperliquid. You don't need a VPN. You can trade here, go crazy in different countries. I'm pretty sure you could trade more memes and stuff like that. In the United States, you can't, but it's really crazy. Okay. Now you can earn passive income by yielding. They partnered up with MarginFi, and you can basically send Solana USDC and get 5.75% APY on your Solana. And this is all in app. So if you're an investor, you want just passive income, this is how you're going to do that. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you want to add a ticker to your watch list, what you'll do is you'll click on that ticker and you'll click the star. Once you click the star, you added it to your watch list. You could pull your watch list up from here, or you can also click it over here to see it up on the menu up there. Now, you can also see your active positions. I don't have anything active now. You would see it populate here with the amount that you're up or down as well. And you can just click it fast while you're managing your trades. All right, guys. So that's how you use Axiom Pro. I showed you the filters that I use. I showed you how you're going to scan the markets and find pairs early. There's so much more to this. Make sure you keep studying, you keep running it up. Go ahead, join the community, go through the course, study, and I'll see you on the other side.